What's up, Blazineers and Blazinettes? I'm going to be giving you guys my quick review for the latest Arrowverse crossover this year. This year's crossover titled Elseworlds. And it's all 3 parts. There's only 3 episodes. And this is going to be a quick spoiler-free review. I'm not going to really dive into spoilers, but I just wanted to share my quick thoughts with you guys because, man, I mean, like the fact that I wanted to do a review on this particular crossover just goes to show you how much I obviously enjoyed it. I mean, the premise of this crossover is where, over on Earth 1, where it basically brings Green Arrow, The Flash, Supergirl back together, and after time has been altered, like where Team Arrow thinks that Barry is Oliver Queen, and then Team Flash thinks Oliver is Barry Allen. So, yeah, and then that's a bit of a pickle, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. And then what I really do like about that is how it gives an opportunity for Barry and Oliver to really understand each other much more than they ever have before. And also, and it's fun to see them train each other on how to use the speed and the strategize, and as Green Arrow and so on. And there's a little bit of fun thrown into the mix there too. And when it came to where Barry, like there's a particular scene where Barry kind of trains Oliver, and I was on the floor laughing. I mean, like, it was definitely, definitely awesome. And what they've done with Superman, his role into this crossover, is probably the best written material for this version of Superman yet. And then we finally get to see Lois Lane. And when we see them together, I mean, their chemistry is on point. I love those two together. They have awesome chemistry. I loved who they chose for Lois Lane. I mean, they definitely have probably one of the best chemistries as Superman and Lois Lane, like, to date. And then with Batwoman, like, she's basically our tour guide in Gotham City because we never really stepped foot in Gotham City in the Arrowverse. So, and we get a little bit of questions answered, like, okay, so where's Bruce Wayne, where's Batman, and then this and then that, and then some questions are answered and some are left in the air. And then we get to see a little bit of Easter eggs here and there, like a lot of them stand out, like some stand out more than others. And then one thing that really stood out in particular is having John Wesley Shipp reprise his role as the 90s Flash, like where he was Barry Allen in that 90s TV show. So he's basically, he came back as that same character, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. I mean, the fact that I met that guy at, like, at a Still City Comic-Con convention earlier this year, it was like in April or something. He's one of the nicest guys I ever met. And then seeing him back in that costume after I met him, I'm like, I am a happy man. My only problem with that is the amount of screen time that he was given. I would have given him a little bit more than what he was given. I mean, that's my only nitpick with this crossover. Other than that, everything came together beautifully. And another thing what makes this crossover really interesting is how the writers play around with basically things that they haven't really done before in any of the crossovers in the past few years, like from the previous years. And not to mention, some of your theories, some fan theories might actually be thrown in there. And when you see the end result, you may whether you predicted it or not, I think you would be really satisfied with how that turns out. I mean, it works. Everything works together beautifully. I mean, not one single episode, took me away. I was locked, and I was really locked in from parts 1, part 2, part 3. I mean, all 3 parts kept my attention. And when it cut right to the next day or the next night, I was like, I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm sad because this is basically going to be over. I'm like, it's almost over. I mean, that's how fast it went along. But, I am totally fine that the Legends are not a part of this crossover. I mean, I'm glad that it focused more on the heavy hitters. And then we brought in Superman and Batwoman. So, there you go. I mean, that is something I've been wanting for the longest time. And this might be arguably the best crossover yet. I'm probably saying that because I'm biased, because I've been wanting Superman to be a part of these crossovers for a long time, since Supergirl became a part of it, like almost 2 years ago. But yeah, he is finally a part of it. I loved what they did with him. I loved what they did with Batwoman. It all came together beautifully. And the ending, oh, the best ending to a crossover that they've had yet. You just hang on to your seat for that one. And with that all being said, Elseworlds gets 4.5 chair spins out of 5. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4.5 chair spins. Well deserved. And I have to say, like, my thoughts on the Monitor's role into the crossover, I was wondering, okay, so what is he really doing here? And then as you get through the 3 parts, you have a better understanding of his role into the crossover. And I think you'll like what they do with him. I certainly did. I'm like, oh. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed my review for Elseworlds, make sure you thumb up the video, and make sure you click subscribe if you're new to the channel, and make sure you click the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest videos. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out, y'all.